Welcome back, my kindred, to Canada by Night, a Vampire Masquerade live play podcast. As Val settled in with her coterie, she honed her vampiric abilities, but tensions continued to rise as she grew to dislike her companion's methods. Nearly 5 years since her embrace, Amy and Vincent questioned Val about her sire, and though she resisted sharing his identity, Val eventually unintentionally revealed him to be Sheriff Cross. Val tried to dissuade them from confronting him, but they left anyway, promising to kill Cross on Val's behalf. Can Val save her sire before her unsavory companions track him down? Find out now as you return to the world of darkness.
Val, the members of your coterie, your new psychopathic, independent, murderous, torture art mentors of vampirism, have set off to hunt down and kill Rufus Cross as a gift to you so you can return back to the road and escalate and elevate even further their dark arts and insanity.
Yeah.
What are you doing as they, I guess, go away for 3 days and you are left in a motel room in a small plaza in a small nothing town with only 5 buildings at the center of it, outside of Calgary?
Did Amy leave the book with the photos behind?
No, she did not.
Fuck.
The book is part of the process.
I see. Now Val is trying to think, how do I get in contact with Rufus Cross? He did say, if you come to Calgary, you better come straight to me. And so she's thinking there has to be some way of figuring out where he is or getting in contact with him or something.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously the last time she was in Calgary was years ago now.
Correct.
But I think the place she might start looking is if she could steal a car from somewhere and then try to drive into Calgary and try to go to the area where the gym was around there.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing, obviously, those buildings probably have changed or whatever, but maybe he still has some connections in that area.
Makes sense to me.
It's all that he has to start with.
Are you taking a car from the motel parking lot, or are you going to wander around and try to find one somewhere else?
We'll just take one from the motel parking lot. Is there's random cars around?
Fabulous. Roll me a wits and awareness. This is as much luck as it is anything else to find out what's in this fucking parking lot.
Okay. 3 successes.
3 successes. There are 4 vehicles in the parking lot. 1, you don't trust to make it more than 10 kilometers out of this space.
Great.
And you, Val, we now know with the amount of time you spent in Canada, think in kilometers at this point.
Shit.
Of the other 3 cars that you are looking at, you have a beater, like it looks like a workhorse of a car. It's just a Ford, well-maintained 4-door sedan, nothing too fancy. It's there. There is something a little sportier.
Mm-hmm.
That it looks like you might be able to get more of a race out of, but you're not sure if it'll be more missed by whoever is inside. And then there's a truck.
We'll take the beater, the inconspicuous, basic, bare bones car. So if I drive it into Calgary and leave it in another parking lot somewhere, it'll blend in.
Great. Roll me a dexterity and larceny.
Can do.
Or I would allow larceny and drive in combination if you want to use your drive skills to steal this car.
I think dexterity and larceny sounds good to me.
I like it.
Take our time. 3 successes.
3 successes is enough to get you in and fired up. It's a beater. Different difficulties for different vehicles, but you chose the one that was also the easiest to steal.
We love that. All right.
So it fires up with a cough and a rattle, and then it's ready to go. So
And she's just going to drive right that way because it's gone for 3 days. Who knows how long Vincent and Amy will plan to be doing whatever the hell they're going to do. But if she can just head him off and go straight and to the point, maybe she can find him faster.
there might be something more active you can do. That's accurate.
Yeah.
So you are making your way into Calgary and back to the strange warehouse meets gym district of Cross's gym.
Yep.
When you arrive, that building has burned down and not been replaced. Cross's gym is all the way gone.
Yeah.
You're still in that neighborhood, though. What do you want to do to see if there are any clues or hints, or what's your plan?
I think the plan is to look around at local other nearby places. Any other places that would be in the stomping ground, places where people could wander around, even wander into a bar, anything in the area where she could just look around.
Great. Roll me a wits and awareness.
It's 2 successes.
2 successes. As you are wandering around in this neighborhood, you are able to see that there is a lot of graffiti. A lot of the buildings have been tagged. Clearly, Cross's gym was here at a time that it's been a bit of a downgrade. Having a burnt down building that has not been replaced in a warehouse district where usually just the value is in space is a bit of a red flag unto itself. But you are noticing that within the tagging, you are seeing the occasional cross. You can't tell if that's symbolic in terms of a pathway or if it's just a lot of graffiti has religious themes and other stuff as it moves forwards, depending on the symbolism that's been absorbed by whoever is tagging. And you do find a bar.
Great.
There's a dive bar. Tyler, what's the name of the bar?
A dive bar? It'll just be called Stacy's.
Stacy's. In the middle of this district, as you take a look at the bar, you can see people going in and out. It seems like it is mainly the workers in this area. You're seeing a lot of construction types. You're seeing a lot of people in uniforms. It seems like it's the place where people go for drinks before they go home from work.
Yeah.
Perhaps they shouldn't be driving, but hey, it's like 1990. You know, people make poor choices.
That is true. That she's going to... It's like, yeah... sit down at the bar, keep her eyes and ears open. I think it's also now she's on edge of, they showed me a picture book of 25 vampires. There's at least 25 vampires in Calgary then.
There are at least 25 that are old enough to have been your parent, which means you actually have no idea how many vampires are in Calgary.
So I think that at that point, she's out amongst these people. She knows that there's vampires going to be around. She's trying to figure out if anyone's a vampire in here.
Great. So you make your way into this bar. It is busy. This is a literally underground bar. It is the basement of a warehouse that the bar does not appear to actually be attached to. So low ceilinged. There are a lot of smaller-ish tables where they're not uniform size. It seems like any table that this bar could get its hand on, any kind of standing, like round table that they could fit a stool under, it's all here. Some of them are dartboards that have been attached to legs. Some of them are just the top of a barrel. One of them is a barrel. They've got stools around them, and it's packed. It's standing room only, so people are having to squirm past each other in this space that seems uncomfortably small for almost everyone here because this is a very blue-collar bar.
Yeah.
There are not a lot of small, warehouse workers. This isn't the Amazon era of sprint to death every shift, pee in a bottle. This is the we're hauling big, heavy shit onto trucks or off of trucks. We're moving the forklifts beefy humans work here, which means you actually fit in just fine. You do seem, you're the same amount of kind of dirty, greasy, grimy as everybody here. You're just of the kind of third of the bar that are in street clothes as opposed to people coming right out kind of in their full coveralls and that kind of stuff. You see 2 figures working behind the bar, and there is a younger person kind of dashing around clearing drinks and stuff like that. Can you roll me a wits and insight?
Okay. 2 successes on 2 dice.
2 successes on 2 dice. Interesting. There is a pang of this that hurts your heart a little bit because you can see that there are 2 people who are friends and seemingly a younger mentee who is also managing this place, running around to the tables, which has echoes of a human past you have actively been denying for 5 years. But in a world where you can't dream and you can only let go of feelings by challenging them, you haven't released a single thing yet. So there is a brief moment where you see the people behind the bar as Robin and John, and you see the busboy running around as Jack. And then that just... snaps away from
100%. Yeah. And I think
just if you want, just ding ding, order up. Just the voice changes.
Yep. That she stops in the middle of the bar, seeing that and seeing for a moment as the busboy runs past, seeing Jack fully in that moment, and then blinking and realizing, no, it's a different person. And she tries to sidle up to the bar and just to ask for a drink, to be having something in her hand so she's not out of place, just not purchasing anything here.
Yep. And the bartender walks up to you wearing a name tag that says Grimbley Thuggington. It just says thugging. Yeah, no, it says Grimbly thugging. It says the whole thing. Like Stacy's, it says at the top. And then Grimbly Thuggington. Yeah, what can I get you? There's a big din of the room around you. It's super loud.
Just give me a few fingers of something.
All right, a couple of fingers of something, he says, and you realize how much that order fits your new life as opposed to your thing. Like, that's a way Vincent would order a drink, and the symbolism here is lost on them. But this is also a place where it's big people and no one's afraid in this building, which is strange. You've been living in a world where mortals are terrified at all times. No one in this packed place is scared. Yeah. No one's small. And no one's having their fingers ripped off or their eyes gouged out. Yeah. You haven't gone into a mortal place not looking for a victim in 5 years.
Yeah, that is hitting Val all at the same time of the camaraderie and being amongst actual people and being amongst people just going about their lives and doing stuff feels so surreal for her now, but also feels like this great release after having been slogging through horror show for years and ever since she left of Rufus Cross's side, basically.
Yep, and Grimbly comes back, and you get a triple scotch set down in front of you. It's just, a short glass, all scotch. She's like, "You look pale as hell, friend. What's wrong with you?"
Yeah, I'm fucking sick. And she'll take out some money and pay extra, but his money's blood-stained.
Was there blood on your money? You gonna be a fucking problem?
I'm not your fucking problem. Take the money.
Did you cough on this money with your fucking sickness?
Do you want it or not?
Honestly, no. This drink's on the house. When you're done, leave.
Fine.
Okay. And Grimbly goes off, and you see Grimbly talk to the other bartender, and they warn the busboy who stays 20 feet away from you at all times. Tables near you have to return their own glasses now.
Oh my God. Val's suddenly so bad at talking to people. How did this happen?
Bloodstained money isn't a problem. People love blood and sickness.
It's fine.
Yeah.
These are good reasons.
You've been keeping up your conversation skills these past 5 years, right?
I mean, the thing that really stands out to you, and it's something that you realize, I think, in this moment is you've had Amy.
Yep.
So you haven't had to have a single conversation. There was literally when you have a psychic mind-controlling partner, there's no such thing as a bad lie.
Yeah.
So for 4 years, you've never had to have a conversation and come up with a cover that was in any way decent.
Yeah.
You'd be like, I'm an elephant. You love the circus. And that would pass.
Yeah. And that's another reason why Val hasn't struck out on herself outside of these two. Because anytime she'd start to think about it, she thought about, I ran from the law for a year and nothing got better. But being around Amy means everything just gets wiped off the board. I don't have to worry about anything. And even in those times when she was a little annoyed or it was a little too much, the thought of, I have to do this totally alone, it's so much harder, has kept her with those two, especially. And now being thrust here in the middle of, she just walked into a bar and now she's already fucked up. It's so much harder.
Yep. You're seeing the patrons keeping an eye on you, and you realize you are standing out, sitting at this bar, not drinking your drink.
Yep.
Too pale, and the staff are watching you. Mm-hmm. You're looking for vampires, though.
I am looking for vampires, but I may not be able to stay here as long as I thought I
could. Roll me a wits, and what would you argue is the stat you would be using, the skill you would be using to find vampires?
Investigation, maybe?
Sure, I like that. Roll me, I think, a wits and investigation. It doesn't feel like intelligence. It feels like you showed up here and you're trusting your gut that, if a vampire's around, they'll be around.
I don't know, maybe, yeah. 1 success.
1 success. There are a lot of people here, and if there is a vampire, you're thinking they're probably better at this than you. You seem like a liability to go sidle up next to and be like, hello, fellow vampire who's really bad at hiding.
Yeah.
Also, there's a risk that you are realizing that vampires in town might know each other. You're actually not sure how big this circle is. If there are only 45 vampires in town, you existing as a vampire could be drawing attention.
Yeah. Yeah. And realizing that and not having enough plan, but then also wondering, maybe if I show up and I'm obvious enough, someone will pick me out of a crowd. So she's going to leave the drink and walk back outside and try and get closer, like to the center of town, to where more people might be, so that she can just walk past more people.
That makes sense. I like that. Are you trying to draw attention, or are you just trying to search things? I'm
just trying to search things. Just exist and search and try and meet people's eyes on the road.
Fabulous. Roll me a wits and drive.
1 success.
You sure are driving.
Fuck.
But it is hard to tell. And you're realizing from those vampire photos that you saw, vampires here are trying to blend in in a way that you struggled to do even in mortal life. You were never somebody who blended into a crowd. And you have no experience of that with the vampires you've dealt with. But it means you've never seen a vampire that aren't Vincent, Amy, or Rufus Cross.
Correct.
You don't know how many vampires were around. You're also realizing with the amount of time you spent away on nights hunting, with the amount of time that they would go off to do art projects or just prep or other things, you actually don't know if Amy and Vincent have been meeting vampires in every town you've been in. There's time apart. You don't know what the family knows or does not know, is saying or isn't saying. You never wanted to share much, so you never asked too much.
Right? Yeah. Just let it ride.
So you're driving.
Yeah. So she's driving and checking what time is it? How late is it?
You're close to the end of this first night.
Yeah. So then it is looking around for a place to stay over the night, like a motel, a hotel, something.
Do you want to go back to the motel that you were staying in with them? Interesting. Cool.
Just somewhere new, close. So she still is closer and more in Calgary than they will be. She's making this assumption.
That's really cool. I like that. Can you roll me a wits and awareness?
Sure. Oh, come on, Val. 1 success and 3 ones. So -1 successes.
Ooh, -1 success. You were driving through downtown Calgary. You're not sure where you're going to stay. You're running out of time. You're realizing you're going to have to go stay at the first place that you can. You know you need to stay hidden. You know that the Camarilla can't find you. You need to find Rufus Cross before you find anybody else. And that's why you're so relieved when you see a sign for a hotel down the street and you pull up and hurriedly park and go inside to get yourself a room. You are going to be staying at the Blue Rose Hotel in downtown Calgary. You go into the room. You make sure that the windows are safe.
Yep.
You find a place to just kind of bed down and crash. You sleep under the bed. You do have some survival tactics within these things to make sure that you are going to be safe, because you know that you are helpless while you are unconscious.
Yes.
You do not dream. You do not sleep. You blink out of existence and come back. It's like, as we've said, the anesthetic style light switch of vampire sleep, which is why you are shocked when you wake up inside a box.
Oh, God.
What do you do?
Whoa. I was under a bed and now I'm in a box. Holding still for a minute, listening. Can I hear anything?
You can. Can you roll me a wits and awareness?
3 successes.
3 successes. For 3 successes, you realize 3 things. 1, you hadn't moved yet. You're realizing that you're not actually standing on the bottom of the box. You are suspended. You have been chained inside a bag that is holding you tight and preventing you from moving inside this box. You are vertical. Outside, you're hearing a voice say, "Well, interesting. Clearly didn't know any better. I'll have my conversation. You all did good. Did good by this. Clear out. Clear out. I'll find out what's going on, or I'll see him destroyed." And you hear footsteps as people exit.
Well, staying quiet. Staying still and quiet.
And you hear a screech as a little slat, the same kind that you'd see on a prison door, screeches open, and you were looking into the eyes of Sheriff Rufus Cross. "Wait, Val?
I was looking for you.
What the fuck is this?
You're in danger. It's my fault."
And you came to the fucking Camarilla headquarters of fucking Calgary and got yourself a room?
The what?
This is where the princess lives. This is where all the Camarilla business happens. This is where I fucking work. You literally showed up. It's like trying to take a sleep at the police station if you're a wanted criminal. I told you not to get spotted here.
I didn't fucking know. I didn't know fucking any of that.
And you just showed up in town and drove around downtown till you found a place to stay?
Yeah.
It is a miracle you survived 5 years. I should have made you stay for the train. Okay, so I'm in danger, which, for the record, is a constant with my job. But okay, who, what?
Vampires. They're going to try to kill you.
Who? Why?
Because they thought it might make me happy, and it won't. So I'm just warning you.
Okay, now I know why. Who?
The Vincent and Amy, they're sort of, I don't know, artists.
Oh, you fell in with the toreadors?
What's that?
Did they not teach you anything?
They taught me how to fight.
You already knew how to fight, Val. That's... I figured you'd go dark, but you went real dark. Okay, so are they Camarilla?
No.
Okay, that's good. That's good, and they can't fucking blackmail me. Sabat?
No, not Sabat, but they know about me, so.
Well, they know about... They know that I made you?
I didn't want to tell them, I just...
So, yes.
Yeah.
All right, well then, that explains this fucking letter I got. He opens up a letter and holds it up for you, and it's written on human skin.
Yeah,
in
I thought
blood.
it might be skin. Fuck.
Says I gotta go to a gym, otherwise they're gonna destroy the person I sired.
Well, I'm warning you about it. I'm here.
Okay, well, I'm aware of the trap. Who the hell are these people?
I don't know. They just found me, and the one of them just tells people to forget that they ever saw her. So,
tell me the last 5 cities you've been in, and you don't need to say
them?
you don't need
Yes.
to say them out loud to me, but they get listed. And he goes, shit. And he just quickly, he's like, I got to get a file. Just stay here and shut the hell up. And he closes the slat and he disappears and leaves you there for like 20 minutes. He comes back and opens it up. And he starts running down a list of cities and provinces. And as he goes down this list, you are realizing that these are all places you've stayed with them. That's all you?
Some of it.
These are the anarchs with the highest fucking body count Canada's ever seen. The Camarilla has had to actively cover up every horrifying thing these fucking animals have ever done. You think you can tell people to forget and then just leave an apartment full of fucking freezers full of corpses and they just won't fucking know a week later? That shit goes away because people like me are making it go away. Oh, you fell in with like the nastiest motherfuckers I've ever seen. They got a body count that even the Sabat are like, they're too fucking crazy.
They were nice to me.
Well, that's a goddamn mind fuck.
I just didn't want anything to happen to you.
Okay, I can appreciate that. It's the end of your 5 years and 2 days anyways. All right, I gotta go tonight. I gotta try to get you out of this Camarilla clusterfuck. How do you feel about killing them?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Can you roll me a wits and persuasion?
All right. 2 dices for Vic. 2 successes on 2 dice.
Oh, he has a lot of dice, but he also rolled 2 successes. All right, I'm going to take this one on faith of you. I don't know how much they changed you. I hope this ain't part of the fucking ambush is all I'm saying. I'm going to say that you're an informant. I'm going to say that you know, that you showed up. You've never, ever traveled with these fucking people. Last 5 years, you were solo. You didn't do shit. You traveled with them. You're getting put down with them. That's Camarilla fucking law. I cannot cover up somebody who's got 1,000 fucking bodies under them. You didn't do it.
Okay.
You don't know them. You've been running around solo. You knew because you wanted to come in, you want to get yourself under that fucking Camarilla umbrella, that you found them. You know they're here. You and I are going to go take them out. You don't even need to say shit. That's just the story. I'll take care of that. Then we have to go to this gym and ice these motherfuckers.
Okay.
Is it going to be tough for you to kill people that you know, that you love? I mean, what's your relationship with them? Normally, I'd ask you more questions when we weren't out of the box, but the moment you come out of the box, it's all going to move real fast.
I got it. I mean, we were together for a while, and some of it was okay. I don't want to do the things that they do to people.
Good. All right, we're going to have to go for a drive. And give me 5 minutes. Closes the slat. You're still hanging there for 5 minutes. He leaves again. He's out. You don't know any of the conversation that he's having. And he comes back in and he says, I got to put the blindfold on you until you get approved, but we'll get you out of here. Opens up the coffin that you were inside, unhooks the chain, very carefully picks you up so you don't actually touch the ground. Unhooking the chain, walking you out and setting you down. When you look back, you realize you were in an enclosed room with one overhead bulb and you were inside a fully silver coffin. If you had touched any edges, if you had fought your way out, you would have fallen on silver and just burned the shit out of yourself, possibly to death.
Oh my God.
But he unhooks you, takes it off. He says, you got to put this black bag on your head. I got to walk you out of here. You can't see anything. And then I'm going to walk you to my car. We're going to drive out and we're going to deal with this.
Okay. She's doing as she's told. Put the bag on her head and gonna walk out. And it's so many mixed feelings, so many mixed emotions. And also, it's a weird thing that it's been 5 years, but because he doesn't change, he doesn't look any different.
Oh, yeah, not at all.
It feels like a skip. It feels like we are continuing the conversation we had 5 years ago in a parking lot.
Yep. And it seems like you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he walks you down quickly, gets you into his car, pulls that onto the road, and then takes the bag off your head. You're in downtown Calgary, driving around.
Yeah. She's sitting there quiet for a bit before the gym burnt down.
Yeah. I told you it had to go.
You did that.
Yep.
Why didn't you make another one?
Tried it once, hurt too much.
It hurt you?
Yeah. You fucking gone. Everybody else dead. Didn't have the stomach for it.
The vampires, they told me you've never made a vampire.
Something like that.
But you wanted to save me?
Yep. And now he's not looking at you anymore. Now he's just fucking driving. But yes, he's still talking.
Okay. Thanks for doing that.
Not what I expected to hear, but I'm glad you're around. I'm glad you came back. I got fucking mad at you because I thought somebody was going to stake you or something. It would have been real easy for that to happen before I got in the room, but you're okay. You're here. You got some shit still to learn, but I'm glad I didn't have to go find you.
Yeah. No, I'm glad too.
I was wondering how the fuck you slipped my usual leashes. I keep track of what's going on normally, but yeah, you fucking ghosted now. I know, damn.
Well,
never would have thought you would have fallen in with somebody like that.
I guess I was desperate.
I guess. You know what? I can't judge. You live long enough and you learn anybody can do anything. I like to think I couldn't do it, but put me in the same situation, put me with the same set of skills, put me with the same options, and maybe I'd do something fucking worse.
Yeah. I guess so.
So what do we need to know? What do I need to know about these two? You traveled around. All we know is they fucking are insane. They tear people apart. They love torture and pain, and they don't care how many people they fucking hurt.
Yeah, Vincent's strong, and Amy's has the mind stuff, and they love each other.
Okay. I don't really know what I can do with the love thing, but the mind one's got to go down hard and first. I don't really have a great solution for fucking having my mind controlled, and I don't think you do either.
Val is like, wait. She only ever saw mind control on people, and is like, what do you mean?
What do you mean?
I've seen them do it to humans. Mind control.
Yeah.
They could do that to a vampire.
I mean, yeah, I assume based on the amount of shit they've had done and the people we brought in, they could tell people to pretty much do whatever and they'd do it.
Yeah, but...
Tell people to hurt themselves and they'd do it.
Yeah.
Give people long-term things they tell them to do for days, weeks. They'd keep doing it.
Mm-hmm. As Val is like, in her mind's eye, seeing gruesome horrors pass.
And anybody they did that to felt like it was their own idea to make it happen.
And they liked it.
Yeah, then that makes this the most dangerous kind of fucking mind controller you can imagine. Here's the thing. You wouldn't even know if she did it to you.
Val is like, boo, I'm seeing forever. What? I didn't know. I've never, you and them are the only vampires I've ever seen.
Yeah. Well, I don't do mind control because I can't, which is why you can't.
Oh.
But if she can, I mean, I don't want to know necessarily what you've done, but you won't even ever know how much of it you chose to do.
Fuck. Okay. Somehow that's like pings into a human level of uncomfort and fear for Val somehow, suddenly, out of nowhere.
Oh, autonomy.
Yeah.
It's all about freedom and not rules. And it's like, oh shit, there may have been the most ironclad rules possible in this.
Yeah. And just sitting a moment and thanks for not killing me. Thanks for trusting me.
No problem. I guess. You're welcome.
Uncomfortable silence.
Okay. I got like a shot. What kind of gun do you like to use? I don't fucking know.
I'll use fucking anything.
Okay. Anything? Do you use stakes? What are you familiar with?
Hitting people.
You stronger than this Vincent fella?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Or do you think you're stronger than this Vincent fella? You two ever tussle?
No.
Okay, so you might be stronger than this Vincent fella, or you might be exactly the same strong.
Okay.
And we got a fucking mind reader. And we can't ask anybody else, because if these two ever fucking say that they knew you, and anybody else hears it, I gotta kill them, or I gotta kill you.
Yeah.
You know these two better than I do. Apparently we're going to some kind of fucking world's gym. What's the game plan you'd suggest for taking them out?
They like making everything a show. They like making everything a big performance. And I think they trust me.
Okay. Then we got two options that I can see. Odds are, if they know me, they're going to stack that fucking place with mortals. People that I'm not comfortable with just blowing up from a distance.
Right.
They're going to get fucking clever because they're going to have a time to know what I do and what I don't do. And it'll be shit that my other enemies can't get away with because they can't get me on my own showing up to their party on their terms.
Yeah.
I can't bring the cavalry here, so I just got you. So we can go in blasting, and I don't know our fucking odds. Or I can go in solo, and they can think they got me exactly where they want me. And then you can come in pretending to be real friendly, fucking take out the mind reader, and then it's game on.
Yeah, okay.
You think you can do that?
There's this part of Val that is uncertain because it's like she definitely likes Amy more than Vincent in that way. But knowing this mind control stuff and that all being so dark, now it's calling into question all of the interactions they've ever had. I'll do it.
You're sure? I'm putting my unlife in your hands. I'm putting peace for Calgary. I'm putting every other person that's going to be at risk in this scenario, and I'm putting hundreds, if not thousands of people at risk in advance, because if these two fuckers walk out of there, you know they are going to carve a goddamn path across North America. And that's with what they're doing now. I don't know what they're thinking of doing next, but if they're starting to fucking take out sheriffs in major cities, I do not know their long-term plan, and I do not care for it. I just don't want to fucking die doing some dumb shit against these kind of idiots.
Yeah, I don't want that either.
Okay, I want to be clear. We're betting my life on you doing this.
I got you into this mess. I'll get you out of it.
Okay, then. Can't give you a bulletproof vest. They'll probably think that's fucking weird. There's a stake in the trunk. Leather gloves in the trunk. I got silver and wooden stakes. I got fucking guns back there. Got silver bullets in them. I got a shotgun with silver bullets in it. Whatever you think you can fucking sell, it's all yours. But you got to walk it in to deal with these two psychos, and you got to justify it.
Right.
I don't know what you're going to see inside. It's also up to you. I know where the gym is. It's about 5 minutes from here. I'll go in. I don't know how many minutes you think this is going to take for them to feel like they have me under their sway and control. Come in when you're fucking ready.
Okay, Mr. Cross.
All right, we got to do this right, and then we both walk away. Otherwise, someone isn't. Being a vampire is fun, ain't it?
Gets a little chuckle from Val. Just, it's not what I thought it would be. I'll admit that.
Yeah, nothing ever is.
Monsters got monsters to fight.
Yeah, living forever just means you die different. Turns car in, parks across from the gym. It's like, that's where it is. This is fucking stupid. He pulls up one more building over so you can't see the gym. He's like, better. Gives you the keys, gets out of the car, fixes his hat on his head. I'll see you soon, I hope. Grab what you need out of the trunk. Try not to kill any innocent people.
Okay.
Well, if this is it, this was nice. See you soon. He turns and walks around the corner towards the gym.
Oh, man. Val's heart. Just the fact that I think she spent 5 years thinking that none of the gym stuff really affected him and none of that stuff affected him. I think because she wanted to believe that. And because he was so methodical about the cleanup of those bodies and all of that stuff. And seeing him show some sort of emotion and understanding the stakes of this, it's just like clawing at Val's heart of just like that feeling again of like, I want to make him proud of me. I want him to be happy with me and going into the back to look through the weapons.
If you can dream it, you can be it. What do you want from this fucking trunk?
So we know silver is good and works. I think if anything, it's just it's the silver stake and like just a pistol. So I think she's trying to think of like how it would be the things that she can play off. If she comes in total guns blazing, I think she wants to take smaller things that she can keep close on her person so that when she shows up, it seems more normal. So it's gloves, stake, handgun.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Silver stake?
Yeah.
Great. Where are you hiding them on your person? What are you traditionally you're wearing? Are you still wearing the Demon Rider cut?
Yeah, I think she still has that. I think it looks different now because there's been a bunch of other patches and things put onto it.
It's also been 5 years
It's
of
been
blood
5
and
years of
gore
blood and gore and everything. And then it's dark wash jeans and a dark t-shirt. So very casual looking.
Stake and gun, small back, really easy to be able to make those work. Are you wearing the gloves? Are you pocketing the gloves?
Pocketing the gloves.
Great.
Yeah.
Glove in each front pocket, stake and gun loaded with silver bullets, silver stake at the small of your back. Rufus has walked over to the gym. You know the gym is probably a 2-minute walk from here. How long are you waiting before you go to the gym? It's a solid building with 2 front doors and not a lot of windows. So you don't know what's happening inside.
Yeah. Did he leave the keys to the van?
The keys to his car.
His car, yes. He left the keys to his car. She'll get in and drive around the block to a different side so she can come up more towards the back of the gym. So she's not going to wait long, but she's going to try to find a different avenue of egress into the gym than he was going to walk in the front.
Okay. So he's gone in the front. You're searching for a different entrance. Can you roll me a wits and awareness to see what you can find?
What? I didn't think my friends were this bad. Apparently they're worse than I thought. 3 successes.
3 successes. You can see that there is a back door into the gym from a parking lot that extends around the rear, and there is a side fire exit door. Both are closed.
Yeah. I'm going to check out the back door.
Great. You've burned 3 minutes on the drive, and I would say you're checking the back door now. It's locked. 4 minutes. So he's been inside for 2 minutes.
Great. Break this door open. Leaning on this door to try and just force it open with her shoulder.
Okay. Roll me a strength and athletics.
I'm so nervous. 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. You are leaning into this door. It is starting to bend, but it has not yet broken. You're realizing if you're going through this, you're going through with a bang. It's not going to be quiet. You're also not sure. It's a coin flip on whether or not this place has an alarm that will start going off if you break in the back door.
I know. That was my concern about the fire exit. There's not a window or anything else
Nothing
here.
to tell the second story.
Right. You know what? If it has to have an alarm that goes off, if it has to, she's trying to see if there's anything better, but it's like time is ticking away. So she will bang in on the back door.
Great. Roll me strength and athletics.
2 successes again.
2 successes. You break the door the rest of the way in. You do hear an alarm start ringing.
Okay.
It's that high-pitched, burring, buzzing alarm that you can hear, clearly designed to get people to leave as much as anything else. That does not faze you as you move past the flashing white and red light at the back door and make your way into the gym proper, where you take in a scene that is stranger than anything you had anticipated.
Yeah.
Around the gym are clearly anyone who came in here to work out, to do any kind of lifting, anything. They are all in gym clothes. They are all laying on the ground, their arms shuddering, holding the heaviest weights possible they can directly over their own heads. The moment they let go, the weights fall, they all die. There are about 70 people in here of various ages doing this. Your guess is your compatriots started setting the gym up last night.
Yeah.
And they had them put the weights in play the moment the front door opened. So there is a limited time here on how everything can play out with even the innocent civilians surviving. In the center of this space, though, you can see that several of the gym benches have been set up with a board set in between them to make it into this strange altar, which Amy and Vincent are standing over.
Mm-hmm.
The sheriff has laid down. Can you roll me a wits and awareness? I want to see how many small details you take in on this flashing red and white alarm scene.
2 successes.
2 successes. You can see that the sheriff's weapons have been dropped at the door.
Mm-hmm.
Just inside. You can see a gun. You can see the stake you would expect, a knife, a small knife, and a second gun that you would imagine was in his boot. One of those smaller revolvers that was probably hidden, not in his boot, but like an ankle holster style.
Yeah.
He is laid out on this altar, unmoving. Vincent is standing there. Vincent, what are you wearing for this momentous occasion?
Yeah. Vincent is wearing he's wearing a tuxedo, full 3, like with like a vest and like a cummerbund, like he looks like a groom basically at a wedding, just dressed up kind of to the nines, but very like of the time, not like from when he's from or anything like that, just like a modern 1990 tuxedo. Yeah.
Yep. And you see Amy wearing a wedding dress, just an ultra-modern, ultra-chic wedding dress, very unlike her, but standing regally with a single spray of arterial blood arcing as like a sash across her wedding dress. And she's standing with a ceremonial knife, a ceremonial silver dagger in one hand. And Vincent has a matching blade in his. And they both turn to look at you. And Amy says, "Oh, darling, you're here. You're here to watch him die, to see our family's marriage and sacrament in blood."
And Val is picking up the pace as she's walking into this room, and she says, "He's fucking mine," and pulls a gun and starts shooting at Amy.
And you would. But when you pull the gun, you discover the moment you pointed at Amy, you can't pull the trigger.
This episode of Canada by Night features the voices of Tyler Hewitt and Del Borovic, alongside storyteller Ryan LaPlante. This episode was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra. Canada by Night's artwork was created by Del Borovic at delborovic.com. That's DELBOROVIC.com. And our ad breaks use the tracks No Control and Cheaps by Jazzar, JAHZZAR. All of their music is available at freemusicarchive.org. Canada by Night is a spin-off of the Dum Dums and Dice series Blood and Syrup. If you want to hear about what happened to Everett before he came to New Haven, look for Blood and Syrup anywhere podcasts can be found. For all things Dum Dums and Dice, including merchandise and how to join our Patreon, you can visit dumdumdice.com or find us on social media at dumdumdice. That's DUMBDICE. Sleep well, my kindred. Sleep well in this world of darkness.
Dum Dums and Dice has to give a special thank you to the supreme beings of our Patreon at this time: George Dolby, Gavin and Abby McDonald, Fire Unfriendly, Grandma Likes D&D, Alan, Stabby Stranger, Alarain Okapi, Madre de Gatos, Mithrian, Garbo Ape, Sam Schaefer, Waffle Marine, Dia de los Hoodless, Squishy Werewolf, Remy Funky Head, Accent Therapeutic Services in Florence, Kentucky, Lael, Jordan Oliver, Richard Wright, Brittany Fenwick, Megan Werner, A Man Out of Time, Curtis at FingerTechRobotics.com, Panda24NN, Shendra D, Your Homeboy Bones, Ellis Hatch, Odigenous, Kai Koa, Squire Solaire, Sandy Sassy Pants, Amira Lockhart, James Molina, Nick Hemsing, Alex LaFountain, Nikki Blake, Seth Cambron, Corpse Knight Silver, Adamir 101, The Dankler, Anticore 7, Lady Destiny Stormbringer, and Jill and Noel LaPlante. If you want your name to be added to this list, you can join our Patreon too at patreon.com/dumdumdice. Thanks to them, and a little bit of thanks to you.